Pisces, somebody is ready to break no contact. Okay, are you ready for that conversation? All right, well, let's take a look at the energy of the person who wants to talk, whether that's you or them. Okay. All right, so okay, we got the ace. We got the ace of swords in reverse here. This is the energy of the person who wants to reach out. Pisces, I'm gonna hope that this is not you. Because the reason why I say that is because the person who actually wants to reach out, the person who's going to be trying to break no contact, they're not coming from a rational mind. I don't think they're trying to seek answers. I don't think they're trying to seek truth. I think they're just trying to provoke. I think they're just trying to provoke. They may not necessarily be ready for a real conversation. Okay? Yeah, because under the deck we have the Queen of Swords energy. So it's like they want to talk about truth, but they don't want to talk about all of the truth. Okay? They want to talk about truth, but they don't want to talk about all of it. They're not ready to hear all of it. We got the World here under the deck. Pisces, they know that they're trying to fight an uphill battle now because they know that you're probably very much so healed, okay, with the Nine of Cups energy, and like happy where you are, okay. And so a part of this is like literally them trying to disrupt that happiness because you are refusing to not choose them. Okay, but what actually needs to be addressed? Since they want to bring up conversation, what needs to be addressed? Okay, the Four of Cups here in reverse. So since they want to bring up conversation, how about let's talk about how... Let's talk about how lame they are in the bedroom. How about that? They don't want to talk about that. How they don't satisfy you. They don't want to have that conversation. They don't want to really get into how much you actually sacrificed and how much you actually gave of yourself. They don't want to get into the fact of how you let go of all of your options while they hung on to theirs. And created spaces for themselves to always be able to move around whenever they wanted to avoid conversations. It's going to be a pretty quick message, I think. We got the Hierophant energy here. I think that you have... Pisces, I think that you've really grown past needing any sort of anything from this relationship at all. Like this conversation that they want to bring up with you, like it does nothing for you. It gives you nothing. And it's because you probably already had these conversations with yourself because you had to, okay? While you were in separation or while you were in no contact here, okay? You had to find your own sense of direction for yourself because this person gave you none. This person never could because this person was never operating from a place of honesty. I even think that for some of you, you've even, with the Four of Wands here, I think some of you have even moved homes. So you're not even in the same literal place that you were in before. You also could already... Okay, we have the Four of Cups here in reverse, which to me talked about like dissatisfaction with the type of affection that you were getting from your person. Ooh, it's 444 on the timer as we're talking about fours. The Four of Wands here suggests to me that, you know, you may be already like in a new situation where you're getting satisfaction from someone, or you're at least in a safe space, you're with someone that you can be in a safe space to be able to explore the things that you like. And maybe you couldn't do that with this person. Okay. This person can feel kind of left out, but the thing is that, I mean, they opened the door. They walked out of it. They locked themselves out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they did it to themselves, Pisces. I don't need to say anymore. They did it to themselves. All right, let's go ahead and move to the messages, the twin flame messages, and see what type of lies they're going to be trying to spew out, because it's not honest. Like, none of this is honest. None of this feels genuine. Again, like I said earlier in the message, they're not looking for the real truth. This is just a disruption. This is chaos. And even if they were looking for the real truth, they were not going to find that in a conversation with you, Pisces, someone who's already moved on. They would need to find that within themselves. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. They always say that. This has literally come out in every freaking message. And I'm like, is this card just more slippery than others? I don't know, but I think everybody's just dealing with that. Everybody wants to go and have an experience and see other options and see what's available out there. But then when they get out there and they realize that these options, they don't give it up like how you gave it up. And now they stuck because they done already burnt their bridge with you for now. Or so they, you know what I'm saying? Or so they believe. So I feel like every time they come back, there's always, oh, the grass wasn't greener. Oh, nobody compares to you. I still love you. Your intensity frightens me and allures me all at the same time. Yeah. What it is Pisces, you activate the truth in them that they already know. But then they don't know what to do. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to process it in a healthy way. Let's get some advice for you, Pisces. Moving forward. Backstabbing, heartbreaking pain, separation, loss, deception, lies, shocking attack. I think that all of this just kind of just dredges up all of this mess just all over again. Like, you don't want to be in this messy situation anymore. Okay? We have soulmates. All right? Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. I definitely feel like you definitely learned a lesson, right? So I feel like soulmates come into your life to really teach you a lesson. Okay? And I feel like this person definitely taught you something, okay, about partnerships. All right? I feel like your soul contract hopefully is complete with this person. Maybe you do have kids with this person, so you have other things that are tethering you to them, and that's understandable as well. Okay? But as far as like relationships goes, I think that this person is quite messy. I think that this person is quite childish. I think that you are right to end things. If you were the one to end things, I think that you were right to end things. If you were the one that was like dumped, then I feel like you were right to go ahead and carry that energy away from the relationship and work on yourself, work on your healing. I do feel like you have options in love as well. Okay, there are people that are looking for you, looking towards you. All right, people with their eyes on you. People that could actually satisfy you even sexually better than this person was. So that's it, Pisces. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this brought a little bit of clarity if you needed it. And please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And also, please follow me over on Instagram because I'm trying to build my community there also. Okay? Take care.